Hey everybody, today we are going to lay fieldstone, and we're going to create a fieldstone pier for our pier and post project for the well house. And so what we're going to do today is look at what it takes to lay fieldstone, which are irregular, round, found in the field. Sorry about the shadows. Obviously these have some different sizes and different shapes. So laying these is a little bit different than stone laying or brick laying or block laying. And basically you need to kind of have an eye for what size fits and what angle fits and how they fit. And then a couple tricks of the trade and making sure your mortar is the right consistency and that you're using the right tool. So first is, let's make sure we have the right mortar, and for this project we're going to use Portland and sand, and that's going to be 1 part Portland to 3 parts sand, and our measurement is going to be a shovelful. So make sure that they're similar, and whatever you're using as a unit of measurement, you just make sure that they're the same, and use 3 parts sand and 1 part Portland, and this will be roughly a type S mortar, and there's type M, type N, S, K, and O, and that's for a different video. So let's just focus on laying fieldstones for today. So let's see the tools that we're going to need. We're gonna roughly eyeball level, since level is actually going to be part of the capstone. So for right now, we just need to be pulling off of our string, and our string is connected to our other pier that's around the corner. And so we just need to get the first courses up, and then we can take a measurement. Our pads are roughly equal in level, so right now we just want to get these piers built, and we can adjust them up or down a little bit with the capstone and then the actual framing. So let's look at what we need to do here. So this is a very crucial step, is you need to dry mix this. So once the measurements are ready, and I just leave the shovel in there and pour the bags on it, you need to make sure that you have a good dry mix. You don't want to add water yet, because you want to make sure that you have a good thorough mix. So this small amount I'll just do by hand. It's better for presentation anyway, because I can talk. And so we'll make sure that that's good and mixed, dry mixed, before we add any water, so that we can get our mortar the right consistency. So the first most important tool then is going to be the trowel. This has been with me for maybe 15 years now, and it's nice and round. I don't have any points on it anymore, and just it's an old comfortable tool that I'm very familiar with. So we have our trowel, and that's going to be our basic mortar spreading tool. And a couple other trowels. Then we'll have a pointing trowel, a smaller trowel. And this trowel helps you get in the tight corners, do some tight work, clean up, and it's a little bit more pointed, so you get a little bit better point on that. Then there's the margin trowel. It's a square trowel. It helps in different situations. It's great for getting mortar out of buckets, and just a small little square head margin trowel. That's pretty important. And then we have our pointing trowel, also called a slicker. This is for doing tight detail work or repointing or tuck pointing bricks in masonry. This is also nice to get into little tight areas. And we have a tooling device, also slicker in some terms. This one has for beaded joints and cove joints, also called weather joints if they're tapered. So this is just a little, just does some nice work. So this is Good one to have. We're not going to use it today, so back in the mason's bucket. Then, obviously, you need your setting maul, and for this, we'll just use a brick hammer. And this is a crucial part. This is both cleaning and prepping your area, and also cleaning and prepping your joints. After you finish laying them, if you're going to go without a tooled joint, sometimes even when you go with a tooled joint, you also want to go and brush it down. So there's a couple of things you want to do. One, you just have your clean sweeper. Just clean off your area and get rid of dust and debris. You can go back over your joints with this as well if you want to brush it out. Again, you know, keep your stuff clean, and you can get in the joints with this. And this is made to scrub stucco or clean a brick joint, and it's crucial. And then the mason's brush. And this is extremely useful for many things. You can dip it in a bunch of water and you can sprinkle your joints like that. And you want to do that to help slow down the curing process. And then also you can brush them down and just get your tooling marks out. So these are very important. So with that being said, we have our tools. Let's go ahead and get these dry mixed and let's start laying some stone. You can see Vegas has infiltrated our foundation and has left his paw print, and so that's the Vegas dog mason mark. 3. Yeah. Go figure. here's the finished pier. It has a cast concrete capstone, and we have already started the deck. So the last step is going to be to come in with some muriatic acid, diluted hydrochloric acid, and we'll just scrub it clean and just get some of this ghosting away. And then bring out some of the character in the stones. So